Give me a D and a G. It's the Dawg and Gus Show. It's the Dawg and Gus Show.
Hey, Dawg, your beard's looking flickin' great, my man.
Thanks, Gus. I've been using the Bush Beard Wash.
The what now?
At Bush Beard, they know that every man with a beard is a unique beardo. And that's why they offer a wide range of products to cater to every beard's needs. Whether you have a long and luscious mane or prefer to keep it short and sharp, their products will help you achieve that perfect look.
From the nourishing beard oil and balm to the refreshing beard wash, their products are made with all-natural local ingredients to keep that beard healthy, soft, and lustrous. The beard comb and brush are designed to detangle and shape your beard, making sure you always look your best.
At Bush Beard, they're dedicated to providing the best possible grooming experience for all the beardos out there. So why settle for an average beard when you can have a glorious, well-groomed one? Try Bush Beard products today and unleash the full potential of your beard.
Be sure to use Dawg and Gus 10 and get 10% off your order.
Bush Beard, the small-town brand with the big old Canadian heart. Welcome to the Dawg and Gus Show.
Hey, Dawg, what's up, man?
Not much, you?
Not much. Should we say, and soon to be on Be Kind Radio?
Yes, we should.
Okay. Yeah.
That's coming soon.
Yes, it is, yes. What do we got going on today, bud?
We're going to chat with Bonecat.
Bonecat, what's up, guys?
Woo!
Hey, hello.
Hey, thanks for joining
chatting
us.
with us.
Yeah, no, we're excited about it. Thank you for spending some time with us.
Absolutely.
I know you're big fans of our show. We're big fans of yours. Dawg is super stoked about this, and I am too. So thank you again for joining us. So where did the magic start? Like, where did you guys meet?
Bill,
Bill,
Bill, take it, baby.
Well, Larry was in a band called Three Times Lucky, and they hired me to be the stunt guitarist in some upcoming festival shows. So me and Larry got along good, and I looked at Larry one day and I said, "Do you want to do a duo?" And he's yes. So we started as
it was
a duo,
immediate. It was like
actually.
yes.
He barked it out.
Yeah,
that's good.
But yeah, so we started as a duo. We did a bunch of shows, and we did a CD, and for about 3 years, hey, Larry?
I'd say so. Yeah, maybe around 2017, I think.
Yeah, and then I bought Linda a bass for Christmas, and she's decided, I guess I'll learn it. How hard can it be, right? She's the only musician in the band, you see. So, yeah, and then we became a three-piece. Before I was a two-piece, I used to use a lot of loops and trying to make the sound a lot bigger. And so now we were doing that as a three-piece with the loops as well. And then my looper broke, and I said, you know what? Let's just try it without it. And so now we're looperless.
We lost a fourth member.
Yeah.
And as Linda's getting better on bass, we don't need the loop. So it's,
it makes sense. Yeah.
It's constantly evolving.
Loop free since 2023. Just because it rhymes.
Oh man.
What?
I'm just kidding. That's good.
And then there were three.
Yes. Yes.
And as Larry likes to say it, we used to be a duo, and then we added one person, and now we're twice as good.
Nice.
It's typical Bonecat math.
That's good stuff. I love that.
All right. So I was listening. I get a chance to listen to the music on the way in because I live about half an hour from the studio. And I was listening to the album. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the first song, Bill Saint Armand, is that got a kind of a Thorogood vibe? Am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
Perfect. 1 for 1. Now I'm going to jump out on the ledge here. Your second song,
I'm getting
1%, got a little reggae, Bob Marley / vibe from that song.
It did. And it was actually the words on that one were written by a friend of mine who lives out west that I've known since about 1975. And he just sent it to me as a poem that he wrote. And I said, do you mind if I turn it into a song? He said, sure. So that's what came out.
Cool. Yeah, it's just kind of like, yeah, that's kind of got a reggae vibe to it.
Totally.
That's got a Thorogood vibe to it for sure.
I kind of thought 10cc a little.
On which one? On the, oh yeah, okay. On the second one?
On the reggae one, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, the 1%.
Yeah. Now that too. Yeah. I was saying reggae, but I go with the biggest reggae guy I know, and that's Marley. So
He's pretty big.
he was pretty big. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big.
10cc is another good. Yeah. 10cc. Now yeah.
Yeah, definitely in the 10cc when they did a lot of that reggae style for sure.
The Wall
Yeah,
Street Shuffle.
that's right. Exactly. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, Dreadlock Holiday. Yeah,
Dreadlock Holiday. What a great tune.
Such a good song.
yeah, amazing. Yeah.
Would you say like you have some pretty serious guitarists behind you there? Who would you say is kind of your influence?
All the Kings, for sure. But as a kid, I started out. Johnny Winter was one day, Jimi Hendrix was the next day. So I could never make up my mind. But at that point, I wasn't even playing guitar. Actually, I was quite proficient on the tennis racket and the ruler. And I heard nothing but guitar. I didn't even hear the words. So it spoke to me for like 4 years before I ever occurred to me to pick up a guitar. But yeah, that and Humble Pie, early Peter Frampton, big influence. Joe Walsh. Then I started getting into all the guitar guys like Joe Satriani and Steve Vai and Yngwie Malmsteen. And
I see Larry's
Oh,
got a
Jimmy
Jimi Hendrix
showing his
shirt
shirt,
on.
yeah.
well, he should be wearing his Frank Zappa.
Oh, there's
Oh,
our poster.
jeez.
That's our poster in the band room.
That's Larry's poster.
Oh, it's now.
That's the Bone Cave you're looking at. Larry's in the Bone Cave.
Where we
Yeah.
practice.
It's where everything was
This
born.
is where it all goes down.
That's
Yeah.
right.
That's awesome. Nice that you have your own space. That's amazing.
Cool.
It's funny. Like Hendrix is like I find him. Obviously, I was born later than Hendrix was out. My mom saw Hendrix, which was a crazy thing to hear her say when she was in her 70s, telling me that. I was like, "Really? You saw Hendrix?" She's like, "Oh, and Zeppelin too." And I was like, "Oh, okay, wow." But
Yeah.
Hendrix, like, and BB King for me, I don't know why I love BB King so much, but it just those two guitarists for me are just like the top cheese. Like they're just so great. So that's cool. I love that. What about you for singers? Like I'm interested to know, like when you see a lead person in a band, and then you kind of emulate your style. What would be an inspiration for a lead singer as far as that goes?
Well, I always loved Robert Plant, but I can't touch that.
Yeah, he was okay. Yeah.
I like the guy in the Chili Peppers. I like anybody that. I'm more about the performance than actual. I only sing because I have to.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, the more you do it, the better you get at it, sort of thing. So that's starting to happen. This is the first band I've ever fronted. I've always been sort of a sideman. So, and I seem to get more satisfaction out of writing songs and doing the whole original thing, which I did in the 80s as well, but not to this extent.
Oh, cool. Yeah. And what about bassists? Maybe we should ask, what about a bassist that inspires?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I have a player like other than, of course, I don't remember names. When we saw in the banjo player.
Oh, you mean Bella Fleck?
Yeah.
Victor Wooten.
Victor Wooten. Yes, Victor Wooten,
Victor
of course. He's
Wooten.
probably one, I think he's the best in the world, but I mean, who knows? We've seen him many, many times perform, so he's like a god on bass. I mean, he plays
Shoot for the top, Linda.
Yeah,
Shoot for the
yeah.
top.
Oh, yeah, I'll play like him tomorrow. I just got to practice a few more times, and then I'll be right there.
We'll get you some strap locks, and you can start spinning
lost
your
her.
guitar.
No.
around.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a long way to go. I'm a late starter with bass, so
Linda's, what, 3 years now?
3 years I've been playing now and on the bass. Yeah. So yeah.
Oh, very cool. Nice.
But Linda is a consummate musician. She's got oodles and oodles of training, like, I don't know what, 30 years of
Well,
training.
I was a band director for my career, I guess, before I retired. So yeah, so I did all the instruments and conducted and did all the band trips and all that stuff. So kind of taught all those instruments and played a lot of them, little bit. So I played piano, of course. So, yeah.
Oh, that's
It's hard
cool.
to pick
She
up
taught
again.
my kids in school, I think.
Yeah, well, they didn't take instrumental though.
They were expelled.
Let's not go there.
As they should have been.
Chip off the old block. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you find that experience as a band leader helps with the band, unity, like how you kind of what you bring to the table as far as keeping things together and
I
having good rhythm.
definitely step in to organize a lot of things. So
Yeah.
sometimes step into whatever.
Linda's in charge of merch.
I do merch. I do the organizing. I also applied for the grant and that we got for the trip and do those kind of things. Yeah, so organizing for that. But they do a lot of we all seem to have our roles. Like they make the posters and put them out and whatever. So he does the website. So we all seem to we all pitch in many ways.
Oh, that's cool.
My job is to wake up and get on the drums.
Wake up and
Larry
be
hosts
awesome.
the practices,
Yeah.
and he also puts up the posters.
Wake up and be awesome. That's me.
That's a great credo if you want to have that.
Sure, I'll write that
I'm
down.
gonna wake up and be awesome.
Take it.
Take it.
Larry is also in charge of the cowbell collection.
Ooh,
He
cowbell.
has cowbells
More
that cows
cowbell.
have actually worn.
He's going to show them to you, I think. There we go.
There they are.
Oh wow.
Some of them.
Do the cows get mad at you when you steal their bells?
Yes.
Yeah,
They
they
do.
get pissed. Hey, where are you going with that, pal?
Yeah.
Come back here with my
Back here
bell.
with it.
God damn it.
That's all
Well,
they got.
they don't get stolen quickly because someone came down and tried to steal them, but they were ringing all the way out, so I was
Yeah.
able to catch them.
Take a guitar next time they're quieter.
Exactly.
Hey,
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Don't steal anybody's guitar, man.
Sorry, man.
Take this one.
Yeah. That's great.
Gonna jump
Cheers.
right into it. Best musical trio ever. Go.
Oh,
Nice.
Trio. This one.
that's three.
Boy,
Yeah.
recently, I'm
Three.
going to say Gordy Johnson and Big Sugar.
Ooh.
I just love those guys. We just got to see them recently.
Yeah,
That's one for me. And then Stevie Ray Vaughan in Double Trouble.
There we go. I figured that one was coming.
Yeah. Those are two pretty good ones.
Yeah.
I always
Bracken,
like,
what do you think?
I like Rush.
Rush.
Oh yeah, that one.
Rush.
They're pretty bluesy.
If you've listened to the show, Gus is not the hugest fan of Getty's singing. He loves the band, but the singing he just could do without.
I like Tom. I like Tom
I saw
Sawyer.
them when the drummer sang. Actually,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a long time ago. That was at a bar called Whalers in Hamilton, and they were just starting out, and they were doing like Zeppelin and ZZ Top and stuff like that, and they had a few originals, and they were selling a record off the stage. It was pretty
Cool.
neat.
Cool.
Yeah, I was just before they got their big break and went on tour with REO Speedwagon.
wow. There's a
Gotta like
history
it.
lesson on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super cool. I'd love to hear that story one day. Because it wouldn't be Neil Peart. That was before.
No, he wasn't the
that
original
was John
drummer.
Rutsey. Yeah.
Yeah. Neil wasn't the original drummer.
No,
Pretty good drummer
I
though.
think it was Pete Best, I think.
he just retired.
Pete Best.
Did he?
Pete Best just retired. 83 years
Sorry,
old. He says,
sorry,
I'm
guys.
getting off the road. Yeah.
That's okay.
Get coming off the road from
thing is not working out.
as
When did anything happen to Beatles?
yeah,
He did
being the
Beatles.
biggest guy to not to be popular. I think I'll just leave the band,
man.
lads. I'm not really feeling it. Okay.
Yeah,
Boom.
love to stay, gotta go. Oh man, so sad.
Really. Anyway, I thought you would because I don't know what it is about Ottawa, but we've got an amazing blues presence here. Like we've got you guys, Monkey Junk, J.W. Jones, Angelique Francis, and now she's changed her name, but Angelique Jones, Angelica Jones,
Angelica.
Angelica Jones. Yeah.
Angelica Jones.
Angelica.
Like it's
Yeah.
insane the amount
Yeah,
of
Bert Kinsley.
talented that we have in the city.
Yeah, Trevor, I guess, but I guess he would be
Trevor Finley, but he's he's a transplant now. He's down in
Nashville.
Nashville.
We just did a gig with
Yes.
him last summer. Actually.
Trevor Finley, he's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
Yeah, we
he's
came up in at whatever at the lake. So we did a little.
Yeah, it was a little.
Jack DeKaiser was there
the
too.
Audie
Jack
Lake
DeKaiser, yeah.
Blues Fest.
Yeah.
Nice.
that's
Yeah,
cool.
And so we had Jack and Jack DeKaiser and Trevor and us. It was fun. Audie Lake Blues Fest was, it started as a 4 guys that had a boat and a transistor radio, and they go out and listen to blues and drink beer on the Big Rito. And now it's turned into, he has about 300 people there, and, they do a party pretty much every year.
It's got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
It's such a cool backstory, though. Just like transistor radio, a couple beers, and on the boat.
So for you kids out there, a transistor radio is.
I have no idea.
Exactly.
I just
like
know that it's in a
phone,
couple
but it's
transistor
big.
radio. Yeah. I think I know what it is. I'm just
fooling around.
Yeah, I'm just trying to pretend like I'm still young, but I'm not. Who's your favorite trio?
Oh, see, that's. Are we talking blues?
Well,
okay, because we kept
mine. Mine's Nirvana, but
Okay.
that's me.
If we're going to keep it
Wow.
local, we're going to keep it local.
Oh, we are.
If
Nirvana's
I'm going
local.
to keep it local, yeah, they're local. They're close. They're close enough. Seattle's close enough. No offense to Bonecat, but I'd have to go with Monkey Jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. Steve Mariner. Anything
Oh
he's
man, I tell you, I've seen them at the Rainbow a few times. Matt has been on the show. They're incredible, and Tony D is just like magic.
Yeah, he's
Mr. Blues in Ottawa. He
Yes.
is the godfather of blues in Ottawa for me.
Yeah, and Steve's been around for a long time too. He was like a prodigy, right? Like he started when he was really young.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then Matt's been around. He played with his brother, and he's been around for a long time too.
Steve and JW used to play together when they were in their teens.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's back when our buddy Richard King, who painted this picture
Nice.
Kings.
of the Kings,
King did the Kings.
he was their art teacher at that time.
wow.
We were in a band.
Like an
together
Ottawa
when we were
lesson
teenagers.
here.
It's just like a history of
Ottawa
Ottawa
lesson.
music.
It's
Oh,
this
cool.
big.
Yeah. It's true, but although growing, it seems. Do you find that as you've played for a long time in Ottawa? Do you find that Ottawa's scene has expanded and flourished almost?
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. For the size of the
Yes.
city.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I love that too.
Yeah.
actually.
I do a little I do a radio show with on CKCU with Matt and Laura Greenberg and Dave Brennan called Cap City Blues. It's a brand new show, but we have tons to talk about. It's all local blues guys, and it's we could do hours of shows. It's only half an hour, but so yeah, it is expanded, and I think it's growing. There seems to be a lot of places to play, although people think there isn't. We do portion of the show deals with local shows, and that could be 10 minutes talking about the local shows. So
Uh-huh.
yes, it's expanding and growing, and blues in Ottawa has been huge as long as I can remember.
Yeah, it's funny because you say that because I go out to a bunch of shows as too, and the blues have theirs, and then we have like a really good punk rock scene here, or a heavier scene. The folk
Yeah.
scene is incredible. Like it's just the amount of talent in the city is just mind boggling.
Yeah.
Yes.
People keep performing. They don't go for a year and quit. Like I find there's long-term
Yeah.
performers in Ottawa.
Yeah, it's cool, and it's like understated. I find it doesn't get the recognition that it should. That's kind of where we've been trying to promote that with our podcast and putting it out there. But it's like it's very true. It's a beautiful thing actually,
Yeah,
because
and
it's
it's-
growing and there's lots of wickedly talented people in Ottawa. So talented.
Yeah. Thanks for doing that, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. No, that wasn't a plug, but I appreciate
Yeah, it was.
No, it should be a plug.
I have
Plug,
I have a
plug.
huge ego, really big ego. I need to. Can you just stroke it a bit? What's your songwriting process like?
There's really no rules. It's whatever hits you. Like I might hear a song and then go home and try to play it, and I mess it all up, and it becomes my new song. Or I have a refrain of lyrical refrain bouncing around in my head that I put music to. Or another, probably the most the way I do it the most is I just come up with riffs on the guitar, and then my favorite songs are the ones where the lyrics just kind of fall in your lap and you've written the whole thing in like half an hour. There's no rules. It's just however it comes, it's all good. I find if you force it, you get it done, but there's always that little magic missing, you know? But sometimes you wind up finding it later, but sometimes you don't. But I don't know. They're all like your babies, you know, like each one's the favorite as it's born.
Yeah. And Bill is super creative. He comes up with an idea and a riff, sometimes has it recorded, and then, Linda and I add our parts. But
Yeah, he sends us a
I had
recording.
an idea for a song in the first album, and I gave him sort of the groove I wanted, and he got it immediately, and we wrote a song in 20 minutes. That was called Wired Up, which it just dropped out of the sky. But Bill is the songwriter and the creative monster genius.
He is. Yeah.
That's a great T-shirt. If you get that creative monster genius, DMG,
And with Wile E. Coyote on it.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, yeah, there you
See,
go.
I like it when I have an audience that's old enough to understand my jokes.
Yeah, exactly. I'm laughing.
Perfect.
I'm laughing uncomfortably. No,
Yeah,
I watched Wile E. Coyote. Roadrunner was the man. Actually, although Roadrunner might have been female, but I'm not sure.
I think the way he teased the road, he was a she.
She was a he.
That's an interesting take.
And of course, Bugs
And
Bunny.
we're done.
You just
Yes,
changed
Bugs
all
Bunny.
my-
But, and you're not talking.
Yeah, that's how we learn classical music. Bugs Bunny. Right?
Yes.
That's how I conduct.
Yeah.
Who didn't?
Leopold. Leopold.
Yeah.
And the frog when it stops singing.
Oh, and the frog. Yes.
Hello,
And we've lost control.
We're out.
where'd the room go?
Yeah, exactly. 20 minutes in. That's good. I'm
Yes.
impressed. Usually it's a
We
little
don't-
later.
Well, you usually hold it together pretty well, but
Yeah, no,
not
I'm enjoying.
Not tonight.
I like a little back and forth. I'm down with this. Totally.
if you listen to our show,
Scatterbrain
there's,
never hurt.
exactly. There's no format to this. We just chat. We're having a good time.
Good.
Congratulations on the Faces Awards. You kind of cleaned up.
Did
Thank
you
you.
ever?
Yeah.
So,
Super happy about that.
yeah, you guys got nominated 4 times in 3 categories.
Yeah. We don't know how that happened, and especially 2 songs, because then it went against the
Yeah,
vote.
you split
Yes.
the vote.
Yeah, I was like, how did that happen? Who did that? Anyway, but we got album of the year, group of the year, and song of the year. So we're really, really pleased.
So
Well done.
That's a cleanup right there.
Yep.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, really fun to have that. It's, for all it's worth, it's fantastic.
Totally. It's an honor for sure. We get nominated every
Yes.
year.
Yeah, we get nominated, but we get
We-
beat by an 11-year-old kid.
We get beat every year by the same kid. He was like 11
Well,
years old.
They all know each other, and they all vote.
Oh,
That's right. Like he gets he does a 10-minute weather forecast once a week, wins his Ford every year. I'm like,
Is this
what the-
serious?
Must be a hell of a
I am,
forecast.
I'm totally serious. It's weather with whatever, but
You got the whole school to vote.
Wow.
That's how you.
yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Yeah,
we're gonna get our machine on that, guys. We're gonna
Yeah.
change that.
yeah. We got to get AI going on it. I guess.
Yeah,
right?
the
Just to
AI.
keep
All
vibing
right,
up.
that's how it works.
I've already returned it to Russia. My
I'm calling-
voting machine.
I'm actually on the phone with Florida for a recount, but it hasn't come back to me yet.
Good one.
They
Touche.
stole it.
It was fixed.
It's like, how mad can you get? He's 10. Like, what I mean?
Seriously. Anyway, congratulations.
Where do you so you guys obviously have had a vast career in music.
What are you saying?
In different facets, but he talked about playing.
Yeah,
in
but what are you saying vast? What does that mean?
50
You're,
years.
you're calling him old, aren't you?
Are you talking about our age?
Oh,
Easily,
There's no-
easily 50 years.
There's no ageism here. I'm asking a question. Like if you were to say in 5 years, perfect plan, everything goes right, what would you be doing in 5 years from now?
Playing big festivals?
good answer.
I think we'd be doing what we're doing now. We had such a fun year last year, playing Blues Fest and Kempville Live. We played in Kingston at their blues festival. It's hard to I don't know if we've thought about going to Europe, because they have a big blues following. They tend to like Canadian blues bands. So I think a little more small touring, a couple of weeks at a time, nothing too heavy, because the road is really hard and it gets harder and harder.
Yeah. So more
Yeah, it
shows.
does. More
That-
shows, festivals.
There's
Yeah,
there's going to
festivals
be
are really
another
fun.
album for sure.
Oh yeah, new
And,
album coming
I
up.
imagine there'll be video or two coming onto that as well.
Nice.
But
Yeah, we feel kind of lucky with what we've been doing. I always, get a little maudlin and goofy, but we're so lucky to be able to play. To me, it's an honor and a thrill to be able to play on stage for people and have actual people listen. Bill and I, when we started, we're just in our basement going, it was through COVID as well. And we're just going, are we ever lucky to be able to be playing in our, in the basement?
Uh-huh.
And all three of us have played a lot of live music in the last 50 years. And it's still an honor and a pleasure to play. So if we can continue to do that, if I can continue to slug my drums up into a bar or wherever, I'm happy to do it.
Mhm.
That's great.
yeah.
Well, Dog, you have children. That's what they're for.
Yeah, I've had some help, but mainly they laugh at me.
Well,
They think,
take these upstairs.
what are
Okay,
you
Dad?
doing, Dad?
Yeah.
Actually, we have a lot of dedicated fans that help us with our gear a lot. So we do really appreciate those people
Yes.
come out all the time and are dedicated.
I find that a
people.
lot because I've been to a few shows and you watch them. It's like the show's over and the guys are just, okay, hey, do you need help? And people, just like 20 people help them bring their stuff down the stairs, out to their vehicles and stuff. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's really good. We're super lucky here. It's a great city.
Yeah, for sure. Is
Yeah,
there,
like if in 5 years as long as we're playing the Rooster on those Sunday nights to a full house,
We're good. Yeah, we
that's
love
where
playing
it
there.
is. Yeah.
It's an early gig, 6 to 9. We like that a lot.
that's a
Yes.
great venue too. I saw Angelina there.
yeah.
Yes.
So fun. It's like you go in there, you have the food's great. Sat
Yeah.
there at the
Yes.
bar, enjoyed a nice, meal, watched the show. It was great.
And it's great vibe in there. And
Yes, yes, yes.
It's
it
a
is.
real listening room too. People are engaged, which
Yeah.
is
Yes,
cool.
they are. Yeah.
we're not background music.
We're not background music like it's at the pubs. We don't like to play the pubs because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
might as well
there's no-
play in
there's
Larry's basement.
Yeah,
Might as well.
Yeah. So
And
like
he has a
there's no
fridge.
vibe, right? There's no vibe.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's just background.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
I don't think most musicians don't want that. They want to
No.
be seen and heard. That's why they do what they do.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not a musician,
Yeah, you'd rather be
because I have no talent. So
seen.
there's that one
seen.
part.
You don't want to be seen or heard.
That's true.
Except for your podcast.
Well, the funny thing is, he made we do videos of this now and put them up on YouTube. I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to do it and put it out there for Spotify and all that stuff. Dave, we have a face for radio. I do. And that's my thought pattern. But he's like, nope, we're putting them up here. You're going to do it. And
Well, I'm stunning, so I have to be out there.
yeah,
I can
know.
only
yeah.
see a quarter of your face. Maybe.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that-
there,
No,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
move over.
You better.
There,
Oh, here
yes.
we go.
Oh, Sissy Top.
So when it goes
That's my favorite trio.
There he goes.
There you go. Solid. Well, you'll see it when it's a full video. It'll be different.
It'll be
layout.
awesome,
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Perfect.
Don't worry. We got this sorted.
Yeah, it's yeah.
You can see all of Larry.
Yep.
That's true. Solo.
Well,
over
Larry
there.
is here first, so he gets this. He gets the
Yeah.
primo slot.
Yeah.
I get the center position here.
That's
The
it.
Billing,
drummer's
top
always
billing.
early.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Front and center never happens for the drummer, so we did it tonight for
No,
Larry.
Exactly.
You're welcome.
What kind of
Thank you.
Dog, right? Is that
L
what?
Dog, yeah.
Nah, the
LD?
dogs stick together.
Dogs, together. I should have been Gus.
That's true. True. Well, there's room for two Gus's. No, there's not. No.
Who you trying to kid?
Just give me the. You
Maybe
guys.
it was.
He's doing that.
Whoa.
Just like, why is it all about me? Anyway, just kidding. I was going to ask, do you have any advice for aspiring musicians, like young people that might be coming up and thinking about starting their own thing and writing their own music? What would you tell yourself, maybe as a younger person, or tell someone who is a younger person that's interested in it?
Play what you love and don't play for any other reason. Don't play because you want to show everybody this new guitar you got, and does it ever look nice? It's not about what it looks like. It's about what you do, and if you just put your love into it, that'll take you everywhere. I mean, if you're just playing for other reasons, well, you're kind of missing the point. Like there's a lot of I find there's a lot of bands out there that are like cover bands that what do you call them? The clone bands, where they play everything exactly off the record, and it's kind of cool, like it's. But
like
it's
the tributes, Bill, the tribute bands.
tribute
and
bands,
yeah, that's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah, and they play, a lot of them play everything exactly perfect. But I would rather see some kind of an emotional response to the material. So take you somewhere that you haven't been before. I don't know, it's nice to have the structure, but I'm not saying there's no market for it, because people love that stuff. So maybe because a lot of the bands they're doing aren't touring anymore, so this is the next best thing. If you've never seen Supertramp or whoever, But no, I would say just do your own thing, and try to be yourself as much as you can, and you'll establish a personality at it.
And also go out and see other bands. Go out and see other musicians all the time. Don't just go out and play your own thing and then go back home. Go appreciate, talk to other people, watch videos, record yourself even, and like practice more than you think.
And that's something that was very evident when we were in Memphis in January. And one of the things, it was a week of solid music, a million bands. So everybody's going to see their band, that band. And there was a sense of community there between all the musicians, like this, we're all in it together vibe. And it was like family. It was so cool.
Yeah.
It was amazing. And it seems to be, sorry, I keep shaking my table here. Seems to be more maybe the blues idiom that does that. We're very supportive of each other. Or maybe it's just our age, or maybe it's just us. But and I would tell young bands and anybody starting, old band, even if you're starting when you're 70, go out and play. Do a charity function, play at the Legion, go and play. Even if and people hate when I talk about this, but even if you're not making any money, nobody owes you anything until you've proven yourself, and you got to prove yourself by playing. And get out and play. That's it. And I love original music, so I'm lucky I've always got to play original music. But I agree with Bill. The tributes are great. I think I can't do a tribute thing because I'm not good enough. So I'd rather make my own sound, I guess.
Very good.
That's good advice, for sure. I find the community here in Ottawa is actually quite good, even in the other genres, to be honest. There's a great, they're great to each other, really, which is
good.
Wonderful stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, you keep picking each other up, and it's just the plateau is going to get higher and higher. We're waiting for somebody to smash the ceiling here and people to realize, hey, look at the goddamn talent in this city. We're not boring. I keep telling people, this is not a boring city. There's so many places to go to watch music. We have Blues Fest. We have Jazz Fest. We have Folk Fest. How could we be boring when we have all that stuff going on in our city?
People like to complain.
Yeah.
And play, like you say, with the punk scene, House of Targ. And I came up through kind of the punk scene, so I dig it, playing at the Rotters Club and all those spots. I don't know if you guys aren't that old. You're not old enough to know. I'm just kidding.
Dog's pretty old.
Yeah. Anyway, it is. And we were all supportive back then too. And we were kind of new wave punky people. So yeah, you're right. It's all genres.
Yep, it is.
I've just been in the blues genre lately, in the last 30 years. So
yeah.
Lately.
Yeah. For
30 years
3 decades, but lately.
Just seeing how it feels, right? Like just trying it out.
Yeah, checking it out.
I'm not sure how I feel about the blues
30
scene
years.
yet. Give it another 30 and I'll let you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's go back a little bit to the tribute bands. Is there a song that should never be covered in your mind?
Oh, interesting.
For good or bad? Like
that's
Mustang
an
Sally?
question.
that should never have been covered.
That's been recorded?
Yes,
Okay.
Stairway to Heaven.
solid. I like it.
Can't think of one.
I don't know.
covered it?
Heart did a really good job.
Well,
of
they
that.
did.
Like,
Oh
But-
no, I totally agree.
Yeah.
There's exceptions to every rule.
Heart's
I just
hard.
throw that
I
out
mean,
because everybody used to do it. So it's like,
Yes.
stop doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, that's like in what is it, Wayne's World? There's no stairway. Like when he's in the
music store?
and he
Yeah.
just like they starts playing, dude, and then he's like, no stairway.
Look at the sign.
Look at the sign.
Maybe that's where I got it. If you Tony D under his guitar used to have, was it Mustang Sally, Bill?
Yeah,
A
circle.
Mustang Sally with in a red circle with a
Yeah. Don't
with a
play.
line through it, like
Yeah.
Nice.
no Mustang Sally. Don't request it. Kind
You
of
go,
thing.
Tony.
Yeah,
That's cool.
so that's Tony, classic Tony.
Yeah.
Linda and I used to have a cover band that
Quicksand.
played two sounds all the time called Quicksand,
Mhm.
and all those songs that people say like they wouldn't do. Brown Eyed Girl, there's Mustang Sally, Sweet Home Alabama, Smoke on the Water. We did
We
them
did them
all.
Free bird.
Yeah,
But we were
yeah.
a cover band. That's what.
Well,
we were
that's kind of your jam, though, right? When you're a cover band. No, I'm just
Yeah.
curious because a lot of people, I've listened to a lot of covers lately from local bands. I'm just wondering because I'd be like petrified to try and like cover certain bands. You know what I mean? If I were a musician, which I
Well, we're
am.
not
Like
about
Rush.
to do Bohemian Rhapsody. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
like Rush or like, just the ones that should never be touched, like a movie that you shouldn't remake, kind of thing.
Can't think of
Yeah. There's
How about All Along the Watchtower by Hendrix?
Oh, you mean the one that Bob Dylan wrote? Yeah. How about that?
How about Manfred Mann? They're
Oh, Blinded by the Light,
By the Light.
which Bruce Springsteen wrote.
There we go.
And he pronounced douche wrong, right?
Yeah.
some bands that do it better than the original.
Well, that's it. There's that too, right? So you always got both
That's
sides
the
of
other
that
side.
coin.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Yes.
Yeah. No, there's definitely sometimes those writers write the song almost for that person, right? It's like, okay, like
Yeah.
Hendrix goes to Bob Dylan. Can I do All Along the Watchtower? And Bob Dylan's probably like, yes. Like I'd love to hear your version of that.
He's like, who are you?
Yeah.
You can do it. Yeah, you can do it. You go ahead and sing that for me.
Yeah. I was actually just watching something about the Traveling Wilburys and how they met and how it all kind of formed. And it was almost like meant to be because someone was playing, like Bob Dylan went to George Harrison and then Harrison went to a recording studio to do something for someone else. And Roy Orbison and Tom Petty were there. And then so was Steve, is it Flynn?
Jeff Lynne.
Jeff Lynne. Sorry,
Jeff
Steve
Lynne.
Flynn.
From ELO.
Yeah, and they all were at the same place at the same time, and they wrote like one song. Like they wrote "Handle with Care" like in 10 minutes, and then they were like, "Oh, maybe we should just write an album." They were there for 4 hours and wrote the whole album.
Wow.
And I was-
stunning and
What a great
stunning
story.
music. It's amazing.
Well, but and like they're like, "Who do you think should sing this part?" Well, we have Roy Orbison. Like we're gonna
Yeah.
go ahead and let that guy just do that, and then. Harrison is like, I'll just do a little melody here. And, it was amazing to watch how Harrison explained it like so nonchalantly. And then they put out this album that was killer, really good album.
But look at the people in the band. You got one of the most prolific songwriters of the 20th, 21st century.
Two, I would say, because Harrison wrote a lot of the Beatles songs.
Yeah, Orbison wrote a
Yes.
few.
Yeah, no, and
Yeah.
and Petty's a
Tom
pretty
Petty wrote a
good.
couple.
Yeah.
Pretty good
Yeah.
writer.
He's
Not bad.
he's a
Yeah.
slacker, but he's an
It's
okay
it's
song.
like Jeff Lynne's the forgotten guy, but ELO is unreal. So it's like it's
Love it,
interesting.
Yellow. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were my
Yeah.
first concert, actually.
Oh yeah,
First
ELO.
one I ever saw. Yeah, ELO.
Nice.
That's cool.
ELO and Edgar Winter at Maple Leaf Gardens in about 1971 or something like that.
That's wild. That's a cool
Actually,
one to
that's
see.
one song we cover as a trio, Frankenstein.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, that'd
Yeah,
be
we
fun
did.
because you can put your own spin on it. Because I know you did
Yeah.
that with House of the Rising Sun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's
House,
Bill.
okay.
That's Bill is so good. Yeah.
Because it's funny because I saw the title. I'm like, House, okay, and then it comes on. I'm like, I couldn't get any taller in my vehicle. Just going, wait a second. And I realized what you were actually. Oh,
He was looking at the sunroof.
I made a sunroof.
Yeah.
Well, so for covers, for us doing covers, Bill always says, "Let's do it our own way," and that's how they tend to come out. It's the creativity of doing it differently. When I'm at a bar and I hear the exact same thing that I have at home, it doesn't grab me as much, but that's
Mhm.
just me,
Mhm.
you know.
No, it's
I'd
true.
rather hear your own take.
It's
Bill
fun.
calls it to bonify a piece. We bonify it.
Yeah, bona fide.
Bonafide.
Yeah.
That's nice. A little play on words.
A little play there.
Yeah.
Play.
Yeah. Okay, I have a weird question. So
we go.
so you guys just robbed a bank, okay?
Mm.
Hypothetically, and you're in the getaway car. What song's on the radio or on the CD player?
Or
Well,
streaming,
the streamer.
or on the 8-track, or the.
Yeah.
What cassette did you
Cassette.
just pop in? Yeah.
All Right Now by Free for me.
Nice.
That's a good
I
one.
think it was drive the car,
Start the car.
Yeah. Linda.
I'd probably be listening to talk radio. How about them Sens? Yeah.
I'd be
Can't
like
Drive
on
55.
Google Flights trying to
Sammy
figure out
Hagar.
which
Sammy
they were
Hagar,
traveling
good.
to.
Good choice. Yeah. See, Gus has been asking this, so every time we do this question now, I write down a different answer.
So what is it now?
Last time it was Golden Earring,
Ah, right. I love
Yeah.
Radar Love. This time it's Crash and
Yes.
Burn by April Wine.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
it.
Nice.
Yep. You?
I'm glad you said something because I was going to say, what would your song be?
Yeah.
Crash and Burn.
Crash and Burn, baby.
I don't know. I've been kind of, I go back and forth on a different
Yeah,
one
you
all
do.
the time.
Yeah, you do.
I think that if I was to, I think I'll do Money for Nothing by Dire
That's
Straits.
a good intro. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Nice.
to like have it playing though as I'm running to the car, just so that the start is like leading up, you know. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Can you just leave the car running for a sec, and then get in the car, and then it's and then the big drum solo, and then it breaks into it as I'm driving away. That's how I would see it.
All right. So
Or Bruce Springsteen,
put this
Born
a
to Run.
lot. So I'm
That'd be a
wondering
good
what
one.
what bank you going to rob net tomorrow?
What do you mean?
Well, you're thinking about it a lot. I just
Yeah,
thought,
well, maybe I already did it, bro. Maybe I already did it.
All right.
Well,
I mean, what are you
better
gonna
call
rob
them
now?
ahead because they've got no money.
That's what I mean.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. How much money do you guys have there? Can I come see? Yeah, exactly. It's not the same,
No, it's not.
but definitely, it's a question that's sort of weird.
Yeah,
I
it is.
like it.
It is. So
Excellent.
June 7th, you're playing the Waterfront in Chesterville.
Mhm.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, it's
Very
got a lot of
happy.
arts there, which you think is really cool. So,
Yeah, I went 2 years ago and saw Evil Creek there.
oh, nice.
Oh, they're great.
I
Love
saw
those
them at
guys.
Dragon
Yeah.
Boat Fest one time.
Yeah, they're a super bunch of guys. It was fun because it's like, the stage is there, and like you said, people walking around looking at all the art and stuff, and it's nice. It's down by the water, and it's a nice little venue.
Yeah, we're looking
Che-
forward to it.
Yeah,
Chester.
really happy
Chester.
to play that. Yeah. Thanks to
I
Jeff
love all the
Larocque
outdoor
helping.
stuff.
Oh, Jeff, we know Jeff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's the guy who heads up the radio program too that we do.
He's got a show on there as well on Thursdays, right?
Yes.
On CKC.
Master Plan,
yeah.
We've been on a
He's
few
our
times.
supreme leader.
Ooh, little
Listen,
the supreme,
The Grand Wizard.
Oh, careful,
Papa Nacho, the big cheese.
Papa Nacho. That's the best.
I like that one. Papa Nacho.
Papa Nacho. I'm gonna call next time I talk to him. I'm gonna call him that. Hey, Papa Nacho.
I
He's
like
go,
that.
You've been talking to Bonecat. I know. Yeah.
How do you guys deal with creative blocks?
Yes, I'm going through one right now, actually. I've been trying to write a song, but nothing's coming. So it's like trying to pick up mercury sometimes. It's just, you think it's there, but then it's gone. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine that'd be a challenge, like that you'd face every now and then.
Yeah, it happens.
I think you have to play through it, eh, Bill? You got to
Yeah,
you just
it's
play,
the only-
play. Bill's always got a guitar in his hand.
Yeah, I
except for
watch a
now.
lot of TV.
Yeah, he watches TV, but really he's playing the guitar the whole time for 5 hours. So
Yeah.
That way I can watch the same show over and over.
yeah, because he has no idea what happened.
Yeah.
Exactly.
How's the show? No idea. What show are you watching? No idea.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is comfort noise in the background.
You watching MASH again?
Hey, nothing wrong with Matt.
I'm waiting for the jingles.
That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
The jingles.
Jingle.
Jingles. If you could, like Gus always asks the robbing the bank question. I have the, if you could go back in time to any festival or musical event, what would it be?
Oh,
Humble Pie rocking the Fillmore.
There you go. That was quick.
They're a band that I never got to see. So
Fair.
I think
For
my
me,
Peter
it would
Gabriel
be
and the Montreal
Dire
Symphony.
Straits with Stevie Ray Vaughan. Even though it's not that far, it's probably the early '80s. But for some reason, I missed that. What a double bill to
Jeez.
two of my favorite guitarists, other than Bill. Bill's number one.
you better say that.
I'm hoping to stay
Same
on as a
here.
drummer. And Mark Knopfler and Stevie Ray. So that for me it was just a show at the Civic Center. But
I saw him.
Bill, is there a show you haven't seen, Bill? I'm just kind of curious.
Yes.
He just told you.
Humble Pie rocking the
Oh,
Fillmore.
yeah. Sorry, I wasn't listening.
I would like to see Grand Funk Railroad too.
Ooh.
Wow.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
And Linda, what would you choose?
When the Montreal, I'm not as old as these two, so mine was the Montreal. They had the Amnesty, and Bruce Springsteen was there. Peter
Oh,
Gabriel.
Amnesty International,
That was
yes.
just
oh,
that was a great
good
day.
one.
Yeah,
Was
that'd
that
be
the
good.
80s? It's gotta be in the 80s.
Not
Yes.
somewhere, it's something you've seen.
Yeah,
something
Police,
that you want to
The
see.
Clash,
Oh, I
maybe.
want to see.
Yeah. That would be a good one too, for sure.
Oh, you saw that one, Linda.
I would
That
I would love to see Boston or Queen.
There we go.
Sodom.
And Goose.
You saw them?
Sodom.
Go ahead. It's not a contest, Bill.
See, I do.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
between those
Linda.
two, it's a
I'm-
contest between
Yeah,
those two.
need him, got him, need him, got him. I never saw Tommy Bolin. I'd love to see Tommy Bolin.
I think Bill would win. I think he's winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah.
thought you said you're not giving me the score.
Yeah. Well, hold on,
Well, that's
Bill.
what he's writing down. I don't know if he
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you're hiding.
Yeah.
Aggravating.
He's secret.
Oh, Joe Walsh.
Joe Walsh.
Oh, nice.
We saw him with the Eagles.
Yeah, but I'd like to see him.
Okay, we technically
James
saw
Gang.
him with the Eagles.
I'd like
Yeah.
to see him with
Yeah.
James.
Oh,
Yeah,
James Gang. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
What
That'd
about
be
you,
so-
Gus?
Traveling Wilburys.
There
I
you
don't think
go.
anybody saw them.
Oh,
Did
I
they
don't
ever?
think they got to play.
I don't think they toured though. I think they just put out the album. They might have done a few
just
shows,
did
but I
that
don't
I
think
don't
they.
think. Did they do a show? I didn't even think they did a show because Orbison died maybe before they
Yes.
could tour, but I'm not
Yeah.
100% sure.
Imagine trying to get those 5 people and the busy schedules that they have. Hey guys, we're going to go on a tour. No, we're not.
Yeah.
I've got this. He's got
No.
that. He's got that. You know what I mean?
We only had 4 hours. We wrote the album. We're good.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
good.
of course, yeah.
We're out. Go sell a couple 100 million of them, and we're done.
Yeah.
Bob's your uncle.
Yeah, Bob's my writer, because Bob Dylan's in the band.
Oh.
For me, I would say Dire
Sorry,
Straits.
your
I would
uncle.
say I wanted to see Dire Straits. I never got to see Dire Straits. I'm my brother, who we've talked about, who passed away. That was his favorite band. So like, I was actually going to ask Bill, like, do you think that Knopfler's a better guitarist because he fingerpicked, or do you think that he's just like ridiculously talented?
Well, I think he's got a very unique sound, which actually there was a fella who was doing a bunch of instructional videos back in the day. His name was Arlo. Oh no, Arlo something. Anyways, when Mark Knopfler first came out, they said, "I thought that was your album." So this guy had kind of a similar style. But I mean, Mark Knopfler, when you go see him live, he plays it's the loudest, cleanest sound you'll ever hear. It's just beautiful. It's really, really nice. I saw him once playing with Clapton, actually.
Ooh.
It was him, Clapton, and Albert Lee together.
Bill for the win.
Bill for the win.
Yeah,
That was pretty wild.
that's a trio.
Well, there's that video where Knopfler and Clapton and Petty are playing together, but Prince is on stage too.
That's and
Oh.
Harrison's son was there too.
Yeah, and Prince like
Yeah.
While my guitar
melts
gently weeps. Yeah.
the- melts the place. Like he's just like, but that's
I
what
like the way he
even
throws the guitar after.
yeah
He
exactly.
throws his guitar. Yeah.
Yeah. Clapton said, they asked like Clapton, what's it like being the greatest guitarist? He says, I don't know, ask Prince. And then like because they all say Prince was just like ridiculous, and you know he is. So there
Well,
was.
and the thing
Yes.
is, he wasn't.
Oh, Prince. That's what
Yeah.
I wish I would have saw.
Yeah,
Prince.
in Montreal.
Damn.
'Cause missed that
Yeah.
one. But Prince was
Yes.
prolific on so many different instruments. It wasn't just guitar. He could play drums. He could play bass. He could play, you know what I mean?
And he did for all
And he
of his
did.
albums, right? Like he did all and then he had the Revolution that came with him when he went on tour.
And then he could do that singing thing too. Jeez.
Yeah, he's talented.
There was a girl named, a woman named Donna Grantis from Toronto, guitar player. And Prince picked her up. And she was saying that 4 a.m, their phone would ring, come into the studio now, because they all stayed at the mansion sort of thing. And when he got up in the middle of the night with an idea, everybody got
Yep.
It makes
that was
sense.
their job.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey.
If you're like, he was such a craftsman that he would want to have it perfect when he thought about it, right? It makes sense. It makes total sense.
It was pretty kind of neat. Yeah.
4 a.m. though. Shit.
Yeah, but
Get
those
up.
guys are on a different level. It's just a whole other level. You can't help but admire that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Going back, like we talked a bit about covers. Do you think that Stevie Ray did a better job of Little Wing than Jimi Hendrix did?
Oh boy.
Who?
Apples and oranges, or Macintosh apples and Granny Smith apples.
Yeah,
They're
fair
both
enough.
delicious. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, it's just cool because Stevie Ray didn't sing the song. He just played like this amazing
it
guitar.
gives me shivers thinking about it.
That's
I
so
love
good.
that.
There's no better. I mean,
No,
they're both incredible.
yes, yeah. What a beautiful tune that is. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Castle's Native Sand too. That's a good one. I don't know. I loved Hendrix. My first dog's name was Hendrix. My favorite post, like I have a print in my house
In his Gus cave.
and we had it at our old place, and we had a small place, and it's a huge picture. So it was like my wife was like, "Do we have to put that up?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's the only thing I ask. I want this one thing up, and then everything else is whatever."
Put that up.
Yeah, so we put it up. The first thing I put up when we moved into the new house was the Hendrix print, and it's beautiful. It's like a beautiful painting. It's like incredible. So I love it.
Oh,
I'll
nice.
send you guys a photo of it when I get home.
Please.
Well, I have to send you a photo of a Jimi Hendrix poster from Toronto, Maple Leaf Gardens, that I have.
Well, that'd be cool.
There's a guy, his name was Louis Lucio, and he looked just like Serpico. And he was PTSD Green Beret.
Wow.
And so he used to surface when I was a kid every once in a while, and he was living in this place, and he had it on the wall that he had taken off a telephone pole in Toronto, and he was moving. So he said, "Do you want this?" And I said, "Yes." And then I never seen him again. And about 3 years later, I'm going through the subway in Toronto, and there he is, sitting there with a guitar case open, playing for change. And I go, "What are you doing here?" And he goes like this with his ID, all different names, his picture. Who do I want to be today?
Okay, that's
Quite the
amazing.
character. But
What a
yeah,
classic.
it's pretty rough. But that poster in pristine condition right now is worth about $8,500 or something like that.
Yo.
Crazy.
But and it just goes to show you the way they used to make things back then. Like, it's thick cardboard, and of course through the years, when you're a kid, you put it up with tacks. Right?
Yeah.
There's all
Oh, yeah.
kinds of holes.
It's
The
in a bad
corners,
shape.
It's dog-eared, so there's like white, medical tape on the corners to try and reinforce it and stuff. But it's still going.
It's
Hey, when we were kids, we didn't think about hey, 20 years from now, this might be worth something. We didn't care. Pulled out the album. Here's the poster that came with the album. Boom, right up on the wall with the.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
not a. I
Cut
don't
out
think it's
pieces. Yes.
Yeah, seriously.
it's not about that, right? It's like you have that piece that's just sort of, and it has a story, and that's why it has tack holes and rip things, and it's beautiful. That's a great thing. I love that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's
cool.
even
I
more
love those
beautiful.
things.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's
It has
cherished.
it has character.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We ask the same question every show. I think I'm going to lose this one, dog, but I'm going
Hard to
I'm
say.
going to ask this one
Hard
anyway.
to say.
So there's 2 decades of music that we discuss, and it's the 80s or the 90s, and those are the two that we talk about because the 60s and 70s and 50s, and we all agree on. So the The two are the 80s decade of music or the 90s.
Wow.
80s,
We're
yeah.
choosing?
80s, you've got Van
Yeah,
Halen,
choose.
but the 90s, you have, the Nirvanas and that whole scene. Holy
Pearl
smokes.
Jam and all that. Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Pearl
80s.
Jam.
No
Yeah.
question.
You're 80s, Linda.
Stay
Yeah.
firm, Linda. Stay firm.
Yes, I'm staying firm.
Yes.
Pearl Jam doesn't.
What did the
90s.
80s?
I'm saying 90s.
Psychedelic Furs. What should we call it? Men at Work. Stuff like that. There's a lot of good stuff for sure. I think I'm going to go 80s too.
Yes.
I'm
Do you
90s.
Oh,
Nice.
Larry, you can strike dog from your name. You're done.
I'm
You
out.
just won though, dude. So what are you talking about? You never win.
We joke about it all the time because we both like Gus likes parts of the 80s. I like parts of the 90s. And but I mean, I went through the 80s as a teenager, so I
And
kind
I
of
went through the 90s as a teenager.
so kind of
was,
that's where our
I went through the merger as a teenager.
I'm
well,
still
for
a
me,
teenager.
like you mentioned that, like obviously Nirvana, that live Unplugged in New York at MTV Unplugged, those were so amazing. By the way,
Yes.
I'm sure you've seen them,
Yeah.
but for me,
David Grohl.
it was like the Foo Fighters and like Dave Grohl was there obviously with Nirvana at the time, but for me, it was like the Alice in Chains and Soundgarden and like those guys. And I really love Stone Temple Pilots too. I thought they were just so killer.
Love
Yeah, I liked all that stuff.
So,
too.
but I do
Yes.
love 80s stuff too. Like I love the Joy Divisions and the I like the Depeche Mode.
he goes
and,
from that electronic
Prince.
stuff in the 80s
Yeah,
to like
Prince
grunge
and-
of the 90s.
a very vast
Yeah.
thing. I love blues. I love hip hop. I love like I'm just one of those guys. I like everything.
Yeah.
I
Me
do
too.
love blues. You don't think I'd love the blues?
I didn't say that.
Well, I'm a Steve Earle fan.
Steve Earle's not blues, dude.
I know. I'm just talking with you.
Oh my god!
But your favorite song by Steve Earle has the
My Old Friend the Blues. Yeah,
Thank you.
it's a good one.
So what's next for you guys? Like, what's the you have an album you're working on? Obviously, you mentioned you're having a bit of a block, but I'm sure that'll go away. What's the kind of the timeline
About
this
7
year?
or 8 songs ready to go. I'd like to do 10. I guess we've been on a bit of a hiatus because everybody's been on vacation. So,
well, we were busy with Memphis before too, like
Mhm.
the whole trip and everything, the road to Memphis.
so we haven't played out since February. But so there's a bunch of stuff coming up in the summer. We made some great contacts while we were in Memphis, and hopefully we'll have a little tour out in Nova Scotia come to fruition from that. We're working on that. I'd like to get down into Southern Ontario. I'd like to play Stonewalls in Hamilton. I mean, we have a bunch of modest goals, stuff that I'm pretty sure will happen. But for now, I think it's just to try and get our new material rehearsed to the point where we're ready to go into the studio and not blow a bundle on cutting it.
Yeah, we want to be well rehearsed, so we do it one take.
He said,
The cheapest way
We
possible.
yeah. All live off the floor. We don't use clicks. No
Yeah.
clicks.
No clicks allowed.
no,
No
clicks allowed.
Larry's our click, actually.
Yeah.
He is a clicky guy. He's very he's
Very
he's
clicky.
Quirky.
Yeah.
I like that. I love Larry.
He's
Plus he likes the
starting a
90s.
I'm super hyper. Sorry, I haven't slept in a couple of days.
No, it's great. No, it's
All
great.
good. It's all good.
Yeah.
All
Monday
good.
night.
Well, we look forward to seeing what comes next for you because we'll definitely be following you, and would look forward to seeing you guys live. Obviously, Dawg. Have you seen them live yet?
Nope.
No. Okay. Well, we'll
Just to
Chesterville
come
and-
to the Rooster.
Our next show is May 25th, Saturday night,
Yeah,
that
May
Saturday?
25th.
Sunday.
oh, it's a Sunday night, 6 to 9 at the
Sunday at the Rooster, baby.
Yeah.
6 to 9.
Those
Yeah,
are some of
for
the
sure.
best shows. If you can get to that, that's really fun.
Yeah.
I have to tell you though, if you go early because it fills
Yeah.
up really quick.
Oh, and book a table.
Yes,
or
book a
much more
table,
stuff.
go early. I had to fight an old lady for a seat at the bar.
Yeah, and some of
I
those old
did.
ladies are pretty tough. in
I
there.
know she
Yeah,
she
we
gave
know
me a run
that.
for my money, but I managed to get a seat at the table.
It's old school Bank Street ladies, eh?
Oh,
Just take
oh,
fucking-
Oh, yeah.
Don't take
Oh,
my
yeah.
fucking seat.
Hey, what are you doing there, pal?
Yeah. Well,
I
that's
got a
cool.
seat
Yeah.
for me and a seat for my teeth. Yeah.
Exactly. And then
Chesterfield's close to me, man. So I'm almost thinking
it's a fun day, man. Because
Yeah.
you know who else is playing that day? Do you guys have an idea who
Yeah,
else is playing?
J.W. Jones is playing. So I believe.
You guys,
Am I
J.W.
right,
Jones?
Linda?
What?
Or what?
I
Art
think.
the Park?
Is he not? Oh, no,
Chesterfield.
he's playing
I
with
don't
us at Audie Lake.
Oh,
Pardon me.
Oh.
But
But I don't know if that's booked, Larry. So
Whoa.
okay.
Larry, take it down.
Sorry,
Oh
I
my
I
God,
Watch
Larry.
Strike that.
mean,
Strike
before it
that
was
from the
kind of
show.
cool that you were
Audie
hyper.
Lake
Now
is
you're,
booked, but we're
Yeah,
not
now
sure
I'm
about
ruining
that.
it
No,
for
it's
everybody.
booked.
We'll never play in this city again.
yeah.
Yeah.
I doubt that. I doubt that. You guys are
So
awesome.
we'll have to take a look and see, because that'd be cool for like a day. Just because I drove out the last time, it was fun. I watched a couple of bands, hung out with Evil Creek for a little bit.
I
But,
don't know when they'll do the lineup. It's got to be soon though, because that's a pretty.
Yeah,
close-
they should.
Yeah,
they should be like really announcing that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It should be soon.
there's 4 or 5 bands, I believe.
Yes,
Like
yeah.
goes all day. Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe we'll see you guys there.
Yes, I will try to make it out for that for
I'll bring
sure.
the twins. I'll bring my twins with me.
It's a good day. It's a family day, man. They've got like
old
food
are
trucks
your
and
twins?
stuff set up, and they've
They're
got
young.
art that you can buy on the. They closed down some of the streets.
Nice.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Chesterville traffic's really terrible.
It's crazy,
Yeah, I
man.
can tell you.
They
I
built
live.
one road.
I know. I live in Vernon, so I'm like about 10 minutes from there.
Oh,
And it's
nice.
like, or 10 minutes from Winchester. But like it's
Career our
just-
honey. Career our honey.
yeah,
The
exactly.
honey people.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Oh man, I their honey butter game changer. Changed my whole life. I use the cinnamon one. That's pretty solid. My twins are 2.5.
was just there.
You
Oh,
asked,
okay.
yeah. So
Wow,
they're
you're a
they're
busy
just
guy.
I am, but they're awesome. I'm trying to get we listen to obviously the music that they want to hear, which is the stuff you don't like, and then I'll throw in like, I'm putting on. I actually was playing the Traveling Wilburys recently. I love that. I love that whole album. So
You're training them early.
yeah, I
Yeah.
was trained early. My mom is very much a hippie, and I was listening to Fleetwood Mac
Good
every
music, yeah.
Sunday for my whole life. I actually hated it as a kid because it was like, oh, Rumors is on again, and now, of course, like when you hear the album Rumors, it's one of the best albums of all time. So
Yeah.
it's fabulous. But yeah, no, I'm trying to do the same thing. I love music, and it's such a therapeutic thing, and makes the mood way better at home. So it's all good.
We say our favorite kind of music, Bill, is good music.
Good music.
You're good.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. Well, it's true, and you guys make good music, so I'll be
Thank
playing
you.
that for them.
Thank
But yeah,
you.
Awesome.
but again, we thank you so much for your time tonight, and we'll see you down the line, I'm sure.
Thank you for having us.
Thank
you
you.
very much.
Thanks for
Ciao for
coming.
now.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, bye, guys.
Just hold off for a minute.
Dawg and Gus, Dawg and Gus, Dawg and Gus.